You're listening to Community Focus from KEDT, your community-owned station. I'm Rob Boscamp, and I'm very excited today to speak with Corpus Christi Hooks outfielder Zach Cole, an Ozark, Missouri native. In 2022, he was selected by the Houston Astros in the 10th round of the MLB draft out of Ball State in Indiana. MLB Pipeline now ranks him as the 23rd overall prospect in the Astros system. Zach joined me on the phone to talk about his journey to Corpus Christi. All right. Well, Zach, thank you for taking the time to meet with us here today. So, you are one of the top overall prospects in the Astros system that's ever come from there. So before you got to all that, kind of tell us about the journey that you took, going from your origins to Ball State, to the Astros, to the Hooks.
Well, I grew up in a small town in Missouri, Ozark, Missouri, right outside Springfield, if you're familiar. Played travel ball in Missouri a lot, traveled around the country playing ball, and when I finished high school, I was committed to Ball State University. So I went there for 3 years, got drafted after my junior year at Ball State, and got selected by the Astros in the 10th round. And then this is my third season in the Astros org, and it's my second season with the Hooks.
So going through your journey, did you have a favorite player growing up?
I wouldn't necessarily say I have like a favorite player. Growing up in Missouri, we were big Cardinals fans. My family was growing up, so we watched the Cardinals a lot. So I was a big fan of a lot of the Cardinals players. But I would say, like, more recently, I'd say my favorite player was probably Ken Griffey Jr.
And with your spot on the Hooks right now, is there a particular player that you are inspired by or that you try to be like, or do you kind of try to have your own style when you're out there on the field?
I kind of try to do my own game. I feel like learning from players who are, exceptional, at the high levels is a useful tool, especially with the technology we have today that we can watch them and have good video and things. But I also think that there's a million ways to play baseball, especially to swing a bat. And I think that finding something that works for you is the most important thing, even more important than trying to be like a great hitter or someone like your favorite player.
So you have your own style, you do you. So with that said, is there anything that you're working on to improve on as a player right now with the Hooks?
Yeah, always. I mean, in baseball, it's such a tough game. We always have something we need to improve on. For me, offensively, I'm trying to cut down on my swing and miss and put more balls in play and just give myself more opportunities to move the baseball and then get on base more and let my other tools play out instead of just being a one-dimensional guy.
The Corpus Christi Hooks are celebrating a milestone season this year. So being here and now with the Hooks during this milestone, what does that mean to you?
Well, it's obviously a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to be a part of the Hooks team any season, especially their 20th. Obviously, this town is, very supportive of our team, and they show out for our games, and we're greatly appreciative of that. To be able to be a part of the Hooks at any point is a privilege, and I just want to say I'm thankful, and I'm thankful to the fans as well.
So next week, we'll be premiering A Day in the Life with the Corpus Christi Hooks on KEDT, where we highlight the behind-the-scenes efforts needed to make the games happen for the fans. So on that note, what does your game day preparation look like?
Well, for a traditional game like today, we play at 7 o'clock. For a 7 o'clock game tonight, I'll leave for the field around noon or 12:30. Today I have some early hitting around 1:15, and then we do our routine stuff defensively and offensively around 2:30. At batting practice around 3:30, and then we have a break to eat, and then we start getting prepared to head out to the field around, and it's different for everybody depending on what your game time routine is. But for me, I start getting ready to play around an hour and a half before. So shower, get the body right, have our hitters meeting about an hour before the game starts, and then head out to the field around 30 to 20 minutes before the first pitch, then play the game. We're really at the field all day.
You had mentioned food, so I have to ask, is there any game day ritualistic foods that you enjoy before the game or after the game?
No, I personally don't have any ritualistic food before or after the game, really. Just whatever they bring us is perfect.
There you go. Always going with the flow and adapting. Like you talked about your play style earlier, so definitely not. That's a good thing. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Would just like to say thank you to my Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me the opportunity to play ball and do interviews like this and meet cool people like you. Thank you to any Hooks fans who hear this interview in the next couple of days. We appreciate your support.
All right. Well, Zach, thank you for taking the time to meet with us. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and best of luck to you and the Hooks and this season.
Appreciate you, sir. You have a great day.
This has been Community Focus. Thank you once again to Zach Cole for taking the time to chat. Make sure to tune in to KEDT next week at noon when we premiere A Day in the Life, where we take a look into what goes into making that Corpus Christi Hooks game happen. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.